Hello, anybody who's watching this, welcome to my reaction to the most damaging charity event ever. Tales from the Bottle by Cuxier. Um, haven't done a reaction to Cuxier in a bit. I enjoy his channel. I feel like it's a smaller version of Internet Historian that checks out different things to Internet Historian. So it's more fresh instead of repeating the same thing. I don't know why I'm talking about it. The main point is that I know about this event. I know that a lot of balloons, helium-filled balloons, were released into the air, almost said water, like an amazingly huge amount. I don't know why, and I don't know what exactly happened after that. I know it's the most damaging event, but I don't know what damage it caused. So we'll see. So if you want to help out the channel, there's a donation in the description below. You can also like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want. I I should have waited before I'm fully awake, but it's too late.
In 1986, the non-profit United Way would attempt a fundraising event in Cleveland, Ohio, where they would try to break the world record for the most balloons released simultaneously.
Okay.
The idea was the event would be a great publicity stunt and a way to raise funds through volunteer sponsorships.
That
After 6
backfired
months of
then.
preparation, a city block of Public Square was to be the birthplace of Balloon Fest 86.
Okay.
Oh, that's not the right sound effect. Wait a minute. Someone replaced all my fun and whimsical sounds with dark and foreboding ones. Which is obviously a mistake. I'm sure Balloon Fest turned out to be a great time for everyone.
What?
United Way partnered with a Los Angeles-based balloon company to erect a massive open-air structure in Public Square. The structure held 2,500 volunteers, mostly children, who sold sponsorships for the fundraiser at the price of 2 balloons for every dollar. Some fucking expensive balloons anyway.
Yeah, it was
The
a very
volunteers
expensive.
would spend the day inside the structure, filling balloons with helium and tying them before letting them float away, where they would be caught by a net that acted as a ceiling for the structure,
Oh,
3
okay.
stories
So
above.
for now,
In
there's a
total,
net.
they were primed to release 1.4 million balloons. Their goal was actually 2 million balloons, but they had to give up on that as it looked like the weather was starting to take a turn, a fact that will surely be of little consequence throughout the rest of this story. The
Yeah.
net above the structure was released and the balloons took to the sky. Even though they didn't reach their goal, 1.4 million balloons is definitely a sight to behold, especially in
It's like eating that
Cleveland.
tower.
The air was speckled with the multicolored orbs as far as the eye could see, and the people below watched on in awe.
I was surprised. I loved it. It was so great. I just loved. Oh my god, it was great. I loved it.
Under normal circumstances, helium
Sure.
balloons stay afloat until they're totally deflated. However, shortly after the 1.4 million balloons were released, they would meet with a cold front and rain, which sent them back down to Earth. In the days following the event, balloons were everywhere, which, look, it's not a big deal. It's fairly harmless. They're just balloons. I'd say it livened
Just a lot
up
of
the city for
rubber.
a while, and overall, I'd be willing to say that Balloon Fest was a resounding success. Oh no.
Consequences.
Nearby Burke Lakefront Airport had to temporarily close a runway due to the balloons. The balloons also clogged the roads, slowing down traffic. Multiple collisions were reported with people claiming they had to swerve out of the way to avoid the balloons, which is a fairly lame excuse given the choice between driving into slow-moving objects that are literally lighter than air and another solid mass. I'm not sure why you would choose the latter. Some people didn't even attempt an excuse and just straight up admitted they were too busy gawking at the sky to bother themselves with where they were directing their 2-ton speed machine. At a nearby pasture, grazing horses were so startled by the balloon.
I feel like that wasn't necessarily a balloon's fault. You're just an idiot behind the wheel. That's why I don't drive.
That they gave themselves permanent injuries as they tried to. Actually, I'm not sure why they did that, to be honest. Mr. Horse, ya big fucking idiot. 2 fishermen were reported missing on the day of Balloon Fest.
Yeah.
Their empty boat was found battered against the coast, but a search and rescue helicopter could not reach the area as the air was filled with balloons. The Coast Guard boat was sent out, but they couldn't see anything as the water was filled with bombs. Oh my god. Oh no, balloons. The Coast Guard gave up the search 2 days later. The bodies of the 2 drowned fishermen eventually washed up on shore. So really, it was
What
all
happened
just a
to
fucking
them? Why did-
catastrophe. Probably the most damage one could possibly hope to achieve with balloons. Maybe at some point they ran out of helium and instead filled the balloons with malice. Even the images of the balloons swarming the city look like some sort of weaponized evil. For their
Yeah,
part
it
in
looks like
orchestrating the
kaiju.
disaster, United Way was sued by the wife of one of the fishermen for $3.2 million, as well as the owner of the horses for $100,000. So the fundraising event actually turned out to be a massive net loss for the organization. Literally no part of this came together like it was supposed to. It's actually quite impressive how badly it turned out. There are terrorist attacks that aren't as successful as Balloon Fest. They would, however,
That is
achieve the
true.
goal of making it into the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest ever mass balloon pollution.
Hopefully. Largest and the last one. Okay, at least now I know how everything went down. That is very interesting. Is it? It's just, why would you think that was a good idea? What was it, 1.4 million balloons? And you wanted 2 million oh my god. Humans are so fucking stupid. I don't know how you can have a belief in humanity at this point with whatever some kids are doing to get clout, whatever some adults are doing for this to happen. It's just no. Can we just die out and leave the planet alone? But anyway, thank you anybody who watched this. I appreciate it a lot and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Have a great life. Because one of us has to. I missed the button. Bye.